The doorbell rang, cutting through the quiet moment. Shankuk glanced at Thong once before standing up. I will get it. He walked to the door and opened it. Only the phrase. Two elder figures stood there, well-dressed, sharp eyes, clearly no stranger to this house. Shankuk blinked. Can I help you? They looked at him, equally confused. Who are you? The man asked. Shankuk crossed his arms slightly. I could ask the same. One stepped forward. We are Thong's parents. Shankuk's eyes widened slightly. Oh, but before he could react, Mama, a small sleepy voice echoed. All three turned. Little Yumi stood there, eyes half closed, hair messy, walking straight towards Shankuk. Without hesitation, he hugged his legs. I'm sleepy. He just like that. She dozed off again. Shankuk blinked in surprise, then softened it instantly. Hey, careful. He muttered, crouching down gently. He picked her up, adjusting her small body against his shoulder so she could rest comfortably. She feels it. He said softly, almost instinctively patting her back. Thong parents watched, silently observing everything. Shankuk glanced at them. Come in, he said stiffly. You miss slightly. Just don't stand outside. They exchanged a look, then stepped inside. Shankuk closed the door behind them and walked in carefully, still holding Yumi securely. By the time they reached the living room, Thong was already standing there. The parents' eyes moved from Shankuk to Yumi, sleeping peacefully on his shoulder. Then to Thong. Thong, his mother said softly, Who is this? Thong opened his mouth. He is my... and stopped because he didn't know what to say. Not it, not fully. Shankuk noticed it. Of course he did. He stepped closer right beside Thong. Then, without hesitation, I am his boyfriend. Silence. Shankuk's hand reached out and he intertwined his fingers with Thong's, firm, certain. Thong's breath itched slightly. His parents froze. What? His father said clearly shocked. His mother looked between them, stunned. Boyfriend? She repeated. Shankuk nodded calmly. Yes. Thong finally dictated, turning to him slightly. Shankuk. But Shankuk didn't let go. Instead, he tightened his hold just a little. If you are wondering why I am here, he continued, looking at them directly, it's because I want to be. The father's expression hardened slightly. Do you even know what you are saying? Shankuk didn't flinch. I do. The mother looked at Thong again. Thong, all eyes were on him now. Thong swallowed. His gaze dropped to their joined hand, then slowly lifted back to his parents. He is not lying. Silence. Fell, heavy, shocked, real. Shankuk shifted Yumi as she stared in her sleep, resting her more comfortably against him. She trusted him. His mother muttered softly, noticing how peacefully Yumi slept in his arms. The father didn't say anything. He just kept staring at their hands, still intertwined, still firm, still not letting go. The room stiffened. The air tightened instantly. Thong's mother let out a small, bitter laugh. Oh, so now we understand, she said, eyes narrowing. This is why me and Yungi left you and went back to your sister? Silence. Sharp, cutting. What? Thong voice dropped. This? His father gestured between them. This was going behind his back, wasn't it? Thong's expression changed completely. Umma. Thong snapped, his voice rising for the first time. What you are saying? Oh, don't raise your voice at us. His father shot back immediately. We are your parents. Thong stepped forward slightly, anger clear now. You don't know anything about what happened. We know enough, his mother cut in, enough to see what kind of life you are living. Shankuk's grip tightened slightly around Yumi as she stared. His jaw clenched. We came here to drop her. Father continued coldly. Not to see you spending night with your boyfriend? That was it. Shankuk stepped forward, careful not to wake Yumi, sipping peacefully against his shoulder, but his voice firm. So what? Shankuk said. Both parents turned to him. What if he does? Spend the night with his boyfriend? Shankuk continued. What's wrong with that? His tone wasn't loud, but it didn't need to be. The weight of it was enough. The father frowned. Young man, stay out of this. Shankuk didn't move. No, he said simply. I won't. Thong glanced at him, surprised. But Shankuk kept going. You are talking about him like you know his life? Shankuk said, eyes steady, but you don't. His mother scoffed. And you do? Shankuk nodded. More than you think. A tense silence followed. You are blaming him for something that wasn't even his fault. Shankuk added. Do you even know what really happened back then? They didn't answer. Shankuk let out a quiet breath. Or is it easier to just judge him instead? His father's expression hardened. Mind your tone. Shankuk tilted his head slightly. Then mind yours, he replied. Tong eyes widened slightly at that Shankuk. But Shankuk didn't stop. He didn't do anything wrong, he said firmly. And even if he did, he doesn't deserve to be spoken to like this. His mother looked at Tong again. You are letting him talk to us like this? Tong inhaled slowly, then stepped beside Shankuk close. He is not wrong. That made both of them go still. You don't get to come here, Tong continued, voice calmer, but just as firm, and decide what kind of person I am without knowing the truth. His father scoffed. Truth? Then tell us. What truth justifies all this? Tong held his gaze, all of it, up us. But this time he didn't look away. And neither did Shankuk. Still standing there, still holding Yumi, still not backing down, the tension didn't break, it shifted into something heavier. Tong took a slow breath, stepping forward, placing himself slightly in front of Shankuk, almost like he was shielding both him and Yumi. You want the truth? Kim Dong said, voice steady now, then listen. His parents stayed silent, but their expression cold, searching. Dong didn't care anymore. It started with my sister and Jungi. He began. They were in love for years. His mother scoffed lightly and ate. She turned away from her own wedding because she misunderstood something. Dong shot back. Something that I was part of that made them buzz. She thought Jungi and I, he exhaled sharply, that we were cheating on her. His father frowned. And were you? No, Dong said firmly. We weren't. Silence. But she didn't believe us. He continued. She made a scene in front of everyone, refused to marry him. And then his mother asked, don't still harsh. And then you forced me to marry him. Dong said, looking straight at him, that but they didn't back down. We saved that family from humiliation. His father replied sharply, you trapped me in the marriage I never wanted. Dong corrected. Uppers, heavy. She left. Dong continued, alone, hurt, pregnant. That made his mother eyes widen. Pregnant? Yes. His father face hardened. How dare she? Dong let out a harmless laugh. She came back. He cut in, crying, begging me to give Fyungi back. And should just allow it this? His mother asked in disbelief. I told her the truth. Dong said that he was never mine. Silence. And then his father demanded. We hid her pregnancy. Dong said, because if you found out, he didn't need to finish, they knew. We told everyone I was one pregnant. He added that broke whatever patience they had left. This is absurd. His father snapped, lies upon lies. How dare she get pregnant before marriage? His mother added furious, shameless. Dong lips covered, not in amusement, but something sharper. Too late. He said calmly. They stopped. What? His father asked. They already left the country. Dong said. You can't do anything to them. That made them angrier. You think you can hide them forever? His mother snapped. We will find them. And to what? Shankuk was cut in. All eyes turned to him, still holding oh Yumi, still calm, but his eyes now cold. You can't just run someone's life because it doesn't fit your rules, Shankuk said. They have the right to live however they want. His father glared. You just shut up. We are not talking to you. Shankuk let out a sob, a measured breath. Too bad, he said. I am talking to you. His mother pointed at him. Stay out of this or what? Shankuk cut in, raising a brow. A taste first. Careful, his father warned. We can run you. Shankuk blinked and suddenly laughed. Oh my god, he said. Mock surprise. I got scared. His tone dropped, the smile faded, replaced with something tight, sharp. But that's not going to work on me, he added calmly. Because you don't know who I am. Silence. If my father even hears you tried to harm me, Shankuk continued voice slow. You won't get a chance to regret it. The rope was still. So, I would suggest, he finished. You leave. His parents turned into Theong one last time. Theong, his mother said almost in disbelief. You are just going to stand there? Theong didn't hesitate. What do you want me to say? He replied calmly. He is not wrong. That hit harder than anything. You can't control anyone's life. He continued, not mine, not hers, not his, of us. Please go back. He added, voice quieter now but firm, and stop interfering in others' lives. His father stares at him. We gave you birth. Theong's expression didn't change. So what? He said. I didn't ask you to. Silence. You didn't do me a favor by giving me a life. That broke something. So this is how it is? His mother asked. Theong nodded. Yes. Then turned away. You should leave. He said over his shoulder before I make you. They stood there shocked, speechless. Shanku smirked faintly, glancing at them once. Then followed Theong without another word, leaving them behind in the silence they couldn't control anymore. Everything had started to feel normal. Scarily normal. Morning at Kim Dong house turned a softer, warmer. Shankuk would show up unannounced. Something with groceries, sometime with but nothing but that annoying grin, and somehow he stayed. Hyumi had gotten used to it. Father than anymore accepted. Shankuk? Hyumi would run to him, door, every time she heard the bell. And Shankuk, he never failed to catch her, swing her around, laugh with her like nothing in the world mattered. Careful, Theong would scold from the side, but his voice soft, not real anger. You are going to spoil her. He added one day. Shanku smirked. Too late. Hyumi giggled, hugging his neck. He already did. Theong had just stood there watching them. Something unfair settled in his chest. Something that felt dangerously close to peace. That night felt different now. 3 plants on the table, 3 voices, 3 lives slowly intertwining into something that looked like family, and maybe it was becoming one. But peace never lasted long in Theong's life. That day, the door bell rang again. Theong was in the kitchen. Jungkook was helping Yumi with her drawing. I will get it. Jungkook said casually, standing up. He opened the door and froze. Because standing there was Min Yoongi, and beside him a woman, familiar, too familiar, Theong's sister. Jungkook's expression changed instantly. You are back? The eyes moved past Jungkook, straight inside. Where is he? He asked. Theong stepped into the living room and everything stiffened. Yoongi? A long silence, heavy, unspoken things filling in space. Hyumi peeked from behind the couch. Papa? Yoongi's eyes softened it instantly. He stepped forward. Hyumi? But before he could reach her, Theong stepped slightly ahead. Not aggressive, but protective. What are you doing here? Theong asked. Yoongi looked at him. Different this time. I came to take my daughter back. Silence. Shankuk stiffened. What? Theong's eyes didn't move. What did you just say? Hyungi exhaled. I know everything now. He said. She is not yours, Theong. Of us. She is mine. And then he glanced at the woman beside him. Ours. The room felt like it stopped breathing. Hyumi liquid between them, confused. Theong's fingers curled slightly. Shankar stepped closer to him instinctively. Who told you? Theong asked, voice low. Yoongi didn't hesitate. She did. He nodded toward his wife. She told me everything. Theong's gaze shifted to his sister, who couldn't even meet his eyes. After all this time? Theong whispered. Yoongi stepped forward again. I am not here to fight, he said. I just want my daughter. Shankar scoffed softly. Just like that, Hyungi's eyes flickered to him. This doesn't concern you. Shankar stepped fully beside Theong now. It does, he said calmly. More than you think. Theong didn't stop him, didn't move away, and that said enough. Hyungi noticed his jaw tightening slightly. So, this is how it is now? Theong ignored that. She doesn't know anything, he said instead. You can't just come here and take her away. She deserves to know the truth, Hyungi replied. And she deserves stability. Theong shot back. Not sudden changes because you decided it's time. A tense silence followed. Yumi slowly walked toward Theong, clenching to his leg. Mama, that one word made everything worse. Yoongi's expression faltered just for a second, but it was there. Shankuk looked down at her, then back at Yoongi. You think you can just take her like she is an object? He said quietly. Hyungi frowned. She is my daughter. And he raised her. Jungkook replied, nodding toward Taeyong. Silence. Taeyong's sister finally spoke, her voice trembling. I just want my daughter back. That broke something. Taeyong looked at her. And what do you think I have been doing all these years? He asked softly. No one answered because there was no easy answer. It wasn't just about truth anymore. It was about who Yumi belonged to and who she chose. The argument didn't stop. If anything, it got worse. Voice overlapped, tension thickened. You can't keep her away from us. Min Yoongi snapped, frustration finally breaking through his calm. I am not keeping her away. Taeyong replied, voice firm. I am protecting her from something she doesn't understand it. She needs to understand. Yoongi's wife added, her voice shaking. She is my daughter. And she is my child too. Taeyong shot back, louder this time. I raised her. Jungkook stepped in slightly, positioning himself closer to Taeyong. She is not a thing you can just take back, Jungkook said. She is a person. Hyungi clenched his jaw, then laid her aside. Then they silenced the room. Taeyong froze. What? Hyungi looked straight at him. Let's her choose a bus. If she wants to stay with you, I won't stop her. Jungkook frowned slightly, and if she doesn't? Hyungi didn't answer because he didn't need to. The answer was obvious. All eyes turned toward the small figure standing near Taeyong. Hyumi confused, quiet, watching all the adults around her argue. Taeyong heart clenched. He crouches down slowly in front of her. Baby, he says softly, brushing her hair back. Can you come here? Hyumi walked closer instantly, grabbing his shirt, holding on to him like he always did. Taeyong swallowed. Do you see them? He asked gently, glancing toward Yoongi and his wife. Hyumi peeked from behind him, then nodded a little. He hesitated, choosing a word carefully. They want you to come with them. Hyumi frowned. Why? No one answered. Because how do you explain something like that to a child? Taeyong's voice softened further. You don't have to do anything you don't want to, okay? Hyumi looked at him, then at Yoongi, then at the woman beside him. They both tried to smile at her, encouraging, hopeful. Hyungi said softly, stepping forward just a little. Come to Papa. She didn't move. And Mama? The woman added gently, voice trembling. Come to me, baby. That word, Mama. Hyumi's brows pulled together, confusion flickering across her small face. She looked back at Taeyong instantly, like she didn't understand, like something felt wrong. Mama? She repeated softly, looking up at Taeyong. That alone answered everything, but still, Taeyong whispered, Go if you want to. His voice almost broke. Jungkook noticed it. His hand entered into a fist. Yumi looked between them again, hesitating, small fingers gripping Taeyong's shirt tighter. No. It was soft but clear. Everyone still in. I don't want to go. Yoongi blinked. Hyumi, she shook her head tighter this time, clenching to Taeyong's neck. I want to stay with my Taita. She said, voice small but stubborn. Only Taita. Silence, heavy, final. I don't want to go with anyone else. That broke something in the room. Hyungi stepped back slightly, his wife's eyes filled with tears. Taeyong closed his eyes for a second, holding her close. Jungkook exhaled slowly, relieved, pride, something deeper. You heard her? Jungkook said quietly. No one argued this time, because there was nothing left to argue. Hyumi had chosen, and she chose him. The silence after Yumi's word didn't last long. It cracked, soft at first, then completely. The quiet sob broke through the room. Taeyong's sister covered her mouth, tears slipping down her cheek. My baby, she whispered, her voice trembling. She chose someone else. The word hurt, not just her, everyone. Taeyong closed his eyes for a second, holding Yumi a little closer, before gently setting her down beside him. Hey, Taeyong said softly, stepping toward her. Calm down. She shook her head, crying harder. I shouldn't have done that, she said, voice breaking. I shouldn't have lied. I shouldn't have given my child to you. Taeyong's expression tightened. Don't say that, but it's true, she cried. If I didn't, she wouldn't have been calling someone else her mother. Taeyong took a breath, trying to calm What's done is done, he said quietly. We can't undo it now. She looked at him, hurt, regretful. I just want to protect her. And you did? Thong replied immediately. Don't forget that. Before she could respond, enough. Yoongi's voice cut through, sharp, firm. Yoongi stepped forward, his expression darker now. Not angry at Thong, but at the situation, at the truth, and everything he had just learned. You lied to me, he said, looking at her. She flinched. Yoongi, you let me believe that my child was with him, he continued, pointing briefly at Thong. For years, his voice wasn't loud, but it hit harder than the way. It didn't. I didn't know what to do. She whispered. I was scared. So you decided for everyone? Yoongi interrupted. Silence, tense, painful. You don't trust me enough to tell me the truth? He asked, heart slipping into his tone now. I thought I lost you, she said, tears falling faster. I thought you chose him over me. Yoongi's jaw tightened. I never did. That hurt in the air. I spent years, he continued, trying to make sense of something that never have happened. She looked down amazed, ashamed. I'm sorry. A long pause. Then Yoongi ran a hand through his hair, exhaling deeply. This is messed up. Not one disagreed. He looked at Thong and you. Thong made his guess. You went along with it. Thong didn't defend himself. I did. Why? Yoongi asked. Thong answer came quietly. But because someone had to. A pause. She needed protection, he added, glancing at his sister. And the baby needed stability. Yoongi looked at Yumi, who was now standing close to Jungkook, still unaware about everything. And now Yoongi asked, Thong exhaled. Now she shows silence again. Jungkook, Yoongi's gaze softened slightly as he looked at his daughter. Yeah, he muttered. She did. His wife wiped her tears, still shaken. What do we even do now? That question no one had clear answer for. Jungkook finally spoke, his voice calmer than before. You don't force anything. All eyes turned to Jungkook. You take it slow. He continued. Let her understand things gradually. Thong glanced at him, a little surprised, but didn't interrupt. You can't just come in and expect her to switch side overnight, Jungkook added. She is not confused about who raised her. Yoongi nodded softly. He is right. That surprised everyone, even Thong. Yoongi looked at his wife. We can't take her away like this, he said quietly. She stiffened, nodding quickly. Then what? Yoongi exhaled. We stay? Thong frowned slightly. Where? Stay? Not here, Yoongi clarified, but around us. We let her come to us. Thong studied him for a moment, then nodded slowly. That's fair. So perfect. It wasn't easy, but it was start. Yumi picked up at Thong again, still holding on to him, still unsure, but safe. And for now, that was enough. A strange calm settled in the room after everything. Not peaceful, but closer. Like the truth had finally made space for something new. Yoongi exhaled slowly, then looked at Thong. We are divorced now. Me, Yoongi said, voice steady. You are free. Thong blinked slightly. You can marry anyone you want? Silence, unspoken, heavy. Thong's eyes almost unconsciously shifted toward Jungkook, and Jungkook was already looking at him. They froze for a second. Then both looked away, ears turning pink. Yoongi noticed it. Of course, said it. A faint, knowing look crossed his face. If you two want, you can marry each other. That made Thong's breath hitch. I am not force anything, Yoongi continued. Just saying. Thong hollered. I don't know if I can. Jungkook turned to him immediately. I am ready. Everyone looked at him. Yoongi's brows pulled together slightly. You don't know what you are saying, he said. This isn't just about him anymore. Us. He has a child. Jungkook didn't hesitate. I know. Yoongi studied him. You do? Jungkook stepped closer to Thong, not dramatic. I know he is not alone, he said. And I don't want him to be. His gaze shifted to Thong, softer now. I am not choosing around that, he added. I am choosing with that. Thong's fingers curled slightly at his side. Jungkook, But Jungkook didn't stop. I know what I am saying. He continued looking back at Junggi. And I know what I am getting into. A small buzz. I am not scared of responsibility. Yoongi crossed his arms slightly. It's not about fear. It is, Jungkook replied calmly. People leave because they are scared. Silence. And I am not leaving, he added. That landed hard. I don't just love him. Shankar said, his voice softening as he glanced at Tong again. I have already accepted everything that comes with him. His eyes flickered toward Rumi, then back. I don't care how complicated it is. He continued. I don't care how messy it looks. A breath. I just know I want to be with him. Tong's chest tightened. Jungkook took a small step closer now, close enough that their shoulder almost touched. I want to wake up in the same house, he said quietly. I want to hear him complain about my habits, a faint smile, and I want to help him raise her. That broke whatever wall were left. Taeyong looked at him. You are serious? He whispered. Jungkook nodded. I have never been more serious. Yoongi watched them for a long moment, silence, thinking. Then finally he exhaled. You are stubborn. Jungkook smirked faintly. I have heard that. Yoongi shook his head slightly. But you are not wrong. That surprised Thong. Yoongi looked at him. He is not running away. Tong didn't respond because he could see it too. He glanced between them one last time. If you are going to do this, he said, do it properly, a bus. Don't make it another mistake. Jungkook's expression softened. It won't be. Tong finally spoke again, voice quieter than before. I just need time. Jungkook nodded instantly. Take it. No pressure, no rush, just patience. And that might have meant more than anything else. The room slowly fell quiet after that, not tense, not chaotic, just full of things left unsaid. Tong stood there for a moment, eyes lowering, clearly thinking, processing, feeling everything at once. Jungkook didn't interrupt this time, didn't show, didn't tense. He just watched him, waiting, giving him the space he asked for. After a long pause, Tong finally spoke. I have never made a choice for myself. His voice was soft, everyone listening. Everything in my life just happened. He continued. I adjusted, I accepted. His fingers tightened slightly, but this, he looked up straight at Jungkook. This would be my first real choice. Jungkook breathed slower. Then take it. Jungkook said gently. Don't rush it. Tong searched his face. And if I choose wrong? Jungkook smiled faintly. Then we fix it together. That answer was so simple. It made something in Tong softer again. Behind them, Yoongi watched it quietly. Arms crossed, expression thoughtful. You trust him that much? Yoongi asked. Tong didn't hesitate this time. Yes. Jungkook blinked slightly. No exacting that. Tong exhaled. I don't know what the future looks like, he admitted, but I trust him enough to try. Jungkook's lips curved into a small smile. That's enough for me. A soft sound fully their attention. Shumi tugged at Tong's lips. Tete. Tong immediately crouches down. Yes, baby. She looked in between him and Jungkook, then asked the most innocent, most dangerous question. Is he staying? That's simple, that easy. Time didn't rush. After that, it moved gently, carefully, like everyone was learning how to breathe again. Turn it into week, weeks turn it into month, and slowly that house became fuller, not just with voices but with understanding. Shankuk didn't just stay; he became a part of everything. Morning coffee, late night talk, helping Yumi with homework, burning pancakes, then learning to make them better. And Dong, he stopped hesitating, stopped holding back, because every single day Jungkook proved the same thing. He wasn't going anywhere. Yumi started calling him something new one day. Not Jungkook, not uncle, not cookie. And somehow that felt like acceptance. And even Min Yoongi and his wife become a quiet part of their lives again. They didn't take Yumi away. They visited, they tried, they learned it. Slowly building a peace in her life without breaking the one she already had. And Dong, he never stood in their way because now he didn't feel like he was losing anything. One evening, months later, Shankar stood in front of Dong, nervous for once. No dramatic splash. He muttered. Dong smiled faintly. That's new. Shankar rolled his eyes, then took a breath. Marry me? Just that, simple, real. Dong blinked, then laughed softly. You really skipped everything, didn't you? Shankar shrugged. You already know everything. A bus. So? Dong looked at him, at the man who stared, who fought, who loved without condition. Then his gaze shifted to the small girl peeking from behind the door, watching, waiting. What do you think? Dong asked her gently. Yumi grinned. Say yes. Shankar gasped softly. Wow, that was fast. Dong chuckled. Then looked back at him. Okay. Shankar froze. Okay? Dong nodded. Yes. It's like that, everything changes. The wedding wasn't grand, it didn't need to be. It was warm, filled with people who mattered. Dong stood there dressed simply, beautiful in a way that made Shankar forget how to breathe. At the end of the assembly, Shankar waited, smiling like an idiot, nervous, happy, all at once. Yumi stood between them, holding both their hands, dreaming like she wanted the moment. Don't drop me, she whispered seriously. Shankar laughed. Never. Dong smiled softly. Never. In the front, Yoongi and stood quietly beside his wife, watching, not with regret but with acceptance and maybe a little peace because he could see it now, clear as day. Dong was happy, and so was their daughter. That was enough. The vows were simple, no big words, no heavy promises, just truth. I will stay. Jungkook said. Dong smiled. I know. I will choose you. Dong added softly. Jungkook nodded. I will keep choosing you. When the ring slid into place, he clapped loudly. You can kiss now, she announced. Everyone laughed. Jungkook looked at Dong, asking silently. Dong nodded, and this time, when their lips met, it wasn't confusion or tension or stolen moment. It was open, certain, home. Yumi hugged them both lightly. Yoongi smiled faintly. His wife wiped her tears, but she was smiling too. And just like that, what started with confusion, with misunderstandings, with stolen glances and unspoken feeling, ended with something real, something shows, something built a family, not by accident but by love.